Greetings, YouTubers. This is probably the most complicated meal that I've made since I've been out on the road. And what I'm making is a curry. And I think curries by nature just tend to be kind of complicated because there's a lot of stuff that goes in them. I don't know a ton about curries. I know that there's several cultures that that prepare curry dishes. East Indian, Thai. My preference is Thai style curries. So this is going to be a loose variant of a Thai style curry. And ideally, you know, I'd like to have some beef to put in here, like some ground beef or thin slices of beef, something like that. I'm going to make a beef curry, and guess what? It's going to be based on ramen. But you know, I've been avoiding buying meat that is not going to be kind of a sturdy. I don't know what the term is, but something that will keep well on the shelf. So I've been buying like beef logs and pepperonis, sausages, things that are cured meats that tend to keep well, even if there's no refrigeration available, or you know, if my refrigeration fails for a couple of hours or something like that. Although in this circumstance, I'm just running ice now. I hope the light's okay in here. It was really windy outside, so I had to close my door, which was my major light source. So I'm basically just cutting up this beef log. I'm not sure how this is going to work because the beef log has its own kind of seasoning. But I tend not to be a picky eater, but so I've just cut these in 1/4 inch slices, and then you know, 3/4 inch cubes, squares, I guess. And I got some canned mushrooms, and then I'm going to refrigerate the rest of these, hoping that they'll stay and keep in my ice chest here. Ice has been keeping much longer now that it's cooled off. You know, I like these pull-top cans, sort of. But you get them down to this last little bit here and they want to stick. That part I don't really care for. There we go. But they are handy. I don't need to get my can opener out in order to make them. Order to open them, sorry. Splitting my thinking here. I can't do that. I'm a guy. I'm a linear thinker. I'll leave all the parallel thinking to you gals. So just a, I don't know, spoonful of mushrooms. Spoonful and a half. I like mushrooms. I prefer it if they were fresh, but this is what I've got. Okay, and then some celery flakes, all dehydrated stuff. I wish that I had fresh stuff. I'm cautious about keeping fresh vegetables. I keep a few things. I've got the salad. You saw me cook that the other day. And I've got some tomatoes and some bananas. This is cilantro leaves. The seed from cilantro, coriander, is actually in the curry powder mix, which I'm adding now. A little bit of curry powder. About I don't know, a teaspoon or so. Getting low on curry. I like mine with a little heart to it, so I'm going to add some red pepper. This will be a red curry. I like green curries too, but this will be a red curry. This is just chili powder. Just kind of add a little more red to it. Looks like I'm getting low on chili powder too. Some dehydrated chives, just because I like them. Garlic, a lot of garlic. That was about a tablespoon of garlic, of powdered garlic. As if I measured anything ever. Basil. Basil is a really wonderful herb in curries and Thai curries. Thai basil is even better. It has a real intense licorice constituent to it, which I really love. I'm a black licorice lover. Are you guys black licorice lovers, any of you? I could devour black licorice. My dad and my parents used to take my sister and I out on drives when they were looking for property, and Dad would see fennel growing along the side of the road, and he'd go pick some, and I would chew mine. My sister didn't like it, but I loved it. So I've always liked licorice. They had a candy back in their 60s, late 50s, early 60s, called Sen Sen. Anyway, I'm going to put some liberal quantities of basil in there just because I love it. Fresh basil would have been awesome. Awesome! But, alas, it was not to be. And then some minced onions. Oh, I didn't open this one either. Such a bonehead. So let's put about a tablespoon of dried onion in there. So BLM has been by twice today, once to check my sticker and once to check my holding tank. They are out. I tell you what. Okay, now this is really important. Typically what I would use is coconut milk, canned coconut milk. Again, you know, a can of coconut milk is more than I need, but the coconut flavor, in my humble opinion, is a very important part of the Thai style curry. So I'm going to put, about a capful in there. Call that good. Another important part of the Thai, I don't think the East Indians use this, I think it's just the Thai version, is peanuts. I'll put a little handful of peanuts in there. Add a little more protein, and I love the peanut flavor. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of sriracha. I'm getting better at pronouncing that since I've been pronouncing it wrong for, I don't know, 100 years. No, not that long. Okay, so this is going to be the seasoning. That's a lot of seasoning. Sorry, making bag noises again. Come on, you. Just getting the beef flavor packet out. You know, if you're someone who doesn't like a lot of salt, like I've said in the past, I'm a salt fiend. But if you don't like salt, or you know, medically you need to stay away from salt, like I'm supposed to, then you can omit this packet. But I like the extra flavor it gives. It's not all salt. Some of it is beef stock, and I kind of like having that in there. Okay, so this is going to be the pot that I'm going to cook all of this up in, and then I'll add the ramen once this gets to a boil. So just adding a little water, and let's see, does that look pretty good? I think I'll leave it there for now, and then I can always add more if I need to. It's harder to take water out than it is to put in, just so you know. Alright, I'm going to go put this on the stove and heat this up because it's windy outside. That's why I have the door closed, and hopefully the light is good enough for you to see this. And once I get it hot, I'll bring it back in and we'll introduce the noodles and cook those up. All right. Okay, I brought this just to a boil. Smells wonderful. Something I forgot to tell you is that I also added powdered milk to this. Oh, probably about 3 or 4 tablespoons. I mean, normally you would add coconut milk, which would give it the kind of creamy color. I would probably add cream, but you know, here out in the wilds of nomad life, it is coconut extract. It is not coconut flavor. It's actually coconut extract and powdered milk, which works just fine for me anyway. I mean, if I ever decide to open up a high cuisine restaurant, then I don't know, maybe I could open up something and just serve cheap ramen dishes. So I didn't break these noodles up quite as much as I normally would. Stir those in and let them set for a few minutes, and rather than put this in a bowl this time, I think I'll just eat them out of the pan. That way I only have one dish to wash. You know me, one dish wonder. That's what I like to do. Alright, so that is my nomad style, Thai style curry dish with coconut flavoring, peanuts, a whole variety of spices, most important of which is garlic and basil. And you can modify this to your liking any way you want to. And I changed this up quite a bit myself, actually. So, all right, guys, I'm going to sit down and give this a taste test and let you know what it tastes like. Let's give this a go. That smells wonderful. I love the smell of curry. I just love curries. And curry powder is it's just wildly variable, depending on you know, the culture, the country, even different within different parts of the country. You know, there's jungle curries, red curries, green curries. I like green curry too. I haven't had a curry yet that I didn't like. And I've had some East Indian curries, which were really good. And there's a lot of spices in there. Fenugreek is one of them, and coriander, and tarragon, not tarragon. What's the orange root stuff that's good for joints? That's another one that's in there. Turmeric. So there's turmeric in there, which is good for your joints, joint health, and that kind of thing. Garlic is kind of inflammatory, but all right, here we go. Yeah. Oh, and it's got some kick too, man. Yeah, this is I used to, when I lived in California, I had a Thai restaurant near my house where I lived, and we got to know the owner, native Thai, and I wouldn't even order from the menu. He would just, you know, like cook me up something, and it became kind of a contest for him to make something hot enough that I couldn't eat it. And he never succeeded. I mean, I can eat some pretty hot food. I used to eat really hot food, but kind of tapered down a little bit since those days. But anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to finish my meal here, and if you want, give that a try. You know, some folks don't like curries, but you know, and that's fine. But if you know, you're someone that likes curries and you like it hot, that was a good one. And you know, the sausage, the beef log is actually quite good in there. So, you know, some real thin sliced beef would probably really be tasty too. But the beef log works really well as a second. So, all right, you guys, love you, and we'll see you later.